Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports, and here we are back to Mariners baseball. It has been about 4 months since the Mariners' last baseball game. That was Game 7 of the American League Championship Series between the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. And boy, were the Mariners were just that close. It was the closest they had ever been to get to the World Series, and it's just too bad that we have to go through 2026 to see if the Mariners get to the World Series. I hope all of you had a nice 4 months of at least not watching stressful baseball. I hope you guys somewhat enjoyed the off season, which I didn't. And a lot of things have also changed. We have some excitement going around Seattle sports, potential return of the Seattle Supersonics and the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl. But right now, it is overshadowed by the fact that we've got the first day of spring training, and I'm just going to go straight to the lineups and straight to the point. Here is the lineup for the Seattle Mariners. We've got Luke Raley leading off, Cal Raleigh at number 2. Julio Rodriguez will be playing DH because they're going to give Luke Raley an opportunity at center field. Josh Naylor at first base. Randy Arozarena at left field. I like that they're putting him on the 5 spot. That's where he literally belongs. He should have never been a leadoff hitter. J.P. Crawford as the 6th guy. Very interesting. Dom Canzone in right field. I like that one. Then we got Michael Arroyo, who is going to be competing for Colombia for the World Baseball Classic. And we got Emerson Hancock, who's going to be playing third base. I think that is going to be the player to watch because there's been a lot of pressing questions ever since the Mariners lost Eugenio Suarez, ever since the Mariners got Brandon Donovan. It makes you wonder who is going to fill that third base spot. I mean, and what are they going to do with Cole Young? So it's going to be very interesting what they do throughout the spring training. And I'm really hoping that Cole Emerson makes the team, especially if we have a good Cole Emerson playing like 2022 Julio Rodriguez's rookie season, if not better. That could help the Mariners get them not only back to the playoffs, but possibly in World Series contention. And the pitcher for today is going to be Dunning. So it's not any of the Mariners starters that we are used to, like Logan Gilbert, George Kirby. It's going to be Dunning of the Mariners. And I got to look up. It is Dane Dunning, who signed a minor league contract with an invite to spring training of 26. He's a 31-year-old former Texas Rangers starter from 2021 to 2025. He is to provide some experience in the starting and relieving depth, likely starting in Tacoma after struggling with a 6.97 ERA. Here's his stats from last season. I mean, Dane Dunning was at least a regular starter for the 2023 World Series team, but he hasn't really amounted to much since. So the Mariners decided to take a chance on him, and he was also playing with the Atlanta Braves earlier in 2025 as well. And by the way, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And also donate to this channel as we are doing this Mariners live streaming. And I do have a very ambitious goal going into the 2026 season. In the numbers of the amount of, I've been doing live streaming ever since 2023. I have done a total of 178 live streaming shows in full. In 2023, I did 39. In 2024, I did 60. And in 2025, I did 79. And it seems on that pace, I should be getting to 100 for the 2026 season. So we will see if I can get to that ambitious goal of 100. And I do believe it is very much possible. What I do need from everyone, I just need everyone to just hit like, subscribe, hit that notification, join my Patreon for just $5 a month, join the membership, and donate to this channel. With more of that stuff, more engagement, all of those components will help me get to the goal of 100 because we've got another Mariners content creator, Northwest Sports Fanatics. He did did 140 to 150 games. So I want to see if I can get to that level as well. All right. So, other things that I am looking forward to, Luke Rayleigh would like to see how he does. Hopefully, he does have more of a bounce back season. Cal Raleigh, I mean, it's the big dumper, but don't really expect him to exert himself that much. He's just really trying to get in the groove of things. And here's the other thing too. In spring training, I don't think it's so much of how the team does. It's also about how the players are doing. Like, so for example, if let's say JP Crawford's not having a good spring training, then that could make the way for some adjustments to be made. And JP Crawford, he's in the last year of his contract. I mean, and we do have some players on the last year of their contract. Got Randy Arozarena and JP Crawford on the final years of their contract. So that is something to definitely look at, as it is unclear if the Mariners are going to retain the I would expect, in my opinion, I don't know if JP Crawford will still be around, and Randy Arozarena also seems very unclear, which is why I think it would be critical for the Mariners to achieve that World Series. I mean, here's the contracts going into 2026. We've got Andres Munoz. He was on a 10. He got tendered, so that's fine. Yeah, Arozarena, he avoided the arbitration. He's on his third year of the arbitration at 18 million. Then we've got Logan Gilbert, who came back on our arbitration. Brendan Donovan still in club control. He still has at least one more season after this. I mean, there's going to be a lot of players that are going to be due up for new contracts starting by 2027. 2028 is when it will really get scary, because you're going to see Logan Gilbert, Brendan Donovan, and Gabe Spire. They are going to be on their last year of their contracts, especially even Victor Robles, who has a team option for 27. And that's if they do pick him up. And I would imagine that they would be. I mean, it's actually a $9 million team option. So it's very unclear if they're going to pick up. I would imagine that they're not going to pick up that option. And looks like we're getting ready for the Mariners. It's going to be starting in about 3 minutes. Looks like I have some people coming on to my channel. And remember, I would love nothing more, nothing less than a really good engagement. They're showing like all of the highlights from last season. Cal Raleigh hitting the home runs. Mariners won the division. They got to the ALCS by Jorge Polanco, and they're showing the 50. This is the 50-year anniversary. And here we are. We're getting ready to go here in Peoria. I do have some friends that are going there. I'm even going to Peoria myself as well to watch the Seattle Mariners. And when last time I went to Peoria, it was gorgeous when I was there. I mean, when I went to Arizona, it was a beautiful desert to go to. I am totally going again. I cannot wait. I am very excited. I mean, anyone should be excited. And now the Mariners are taking the field. And they did add Dane Dunning to add the depth, and much of that had to be because Logan Evans is going to be out for the season. Got Randy Arozarena. They're showing him at left field. They're donning in their spring training jerseys. And they're doing it by radio broadcast, mixing it with the TV. And also, the first pitch is coming up, and it will be brought to you by SeatGeek. And SeatGeek, use that promo code Rooftop Sports to get $20 off the purchase. And we are getting ready to go. Josh Naylor, who recently signed that contract extension. How did I completely forget in my last podcast show that he just got that extension? And also the lineup for the San Diego Padres. It's going to be Xander Bogaerts, Jackson Merrill, Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis Jr., Jake Cronenworth, Nick Castellanos, Campusano, Ty France, the former Mariner, and Chanel, if that even says Chanel, who and the first pitch, and that is going to be a strike. And we are underway here in Peoria. And now here's the pitch again. And now here's going to be a ground ball, and that is going to be fielded, and no one could get to it. That was Michael Arroyo trying to get to. I wonder where JP Crawford was. The camera doesn't exactly do a good job with the angles at all, unfortunately. And here's the replay. It was, JP Crawford. I think he really could have gone for that, but he left it to Michael Arroyo. I know it's the first play of the spring training, but I think JP Crawford could have put in the effort and not rely so much on Michael Arroyo. And now here is the next pitch to Jackson Merrill. Now here's a fly ball to deep right field, and I think that is fouled. That was 88 miles an hour with a cutter. And now here is the pitch, and that's going to be outside for a ball. And by the way, the disadvantage of this is there's going to be no strike zone to work with, at least for the spring training. So I do miss that already. And now we're at 1-1, and now here's the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. That is a 2-1 count for Jackson Merrill. And looking at Jackson Merrill's stats, Jackson Merrill in 115 games hit 16 home runs. And now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball, 2-2. It's 115 games he played. He batted .264 with a .317 on base percentage. And now we're at 2-2. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be just missing it. That's going to be ball 3-2 on Jackson Merrill. Not exactly a great start. And looks like the Mariners are going to challenge it through the ABS system. And yep, that is a ball. Mariners will lose one of their two challenges. And now we're at full count. And now it's 3-2. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. And now we're at 3-2. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 3-2. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be fouled back. And he is fighting the count. It's going to be 3-2. And now we're at 3-2. And now here's the pitch. Now now it's going to be ball 4, take your base. Runners on first and second. And now we got Manny Machado up to the plate. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled back. Possibly it left the stadium. Funny thing is, Padres and the Mariners, they do share the stadium in Peoria. Because now we're at 0-1. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. That is 1-1. We're at 1-1. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And is it going into fair territory? And Cal Raleigh is there. And he makes the catch. And that is going to be finally 1 out. And now next is going to be Fernando Tatis Jr. He is one of the few players that is going to compete for the World Baseball Classic. And I believe he is going to be with the Dominican Republic. Got to check that so I don't feel like a fool. He is Dominican Republic. And with his stature, he's definitely going to. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, and that is strike one. Fernando Tatis from last season, he hit 25 home runs, 71 RBIs, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball foul. His on-base percentage was .368, a number that the Mariners could use. Makes me wonder who on the Mariners is actually like, who in the 2025 Mariners had that kind of on-base percentage, as we're at 0-2. And now here is the pitch. And check swing. Did he go? He does, and he is going to go down on strikes, and that is 2 outs. As if Dane Dunning had a struggling start. Now we got runners in first and second, but there is 2 outs. Cal Raleigh is going to have a little bit of a chatter. The player with the best on-base percentage was actually Leo Rivas. Aside from that, it was Cal Raleigh, Dom Canzone, and J.P. Crawford. J.P. Crawford was actually the best on-base percentage guy on the team, even though I heavily criticized his play. Now the pitch, and that's going to be up high for a ball. As we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. Outside for a ball. That is 2-0. As we're at 2-0. And now the pitch. And swing, and that should be a foul ball. Otherwise, the runners would be advancing. As we are at 2-1 with 2 outs. The batter that is up is Jake Cronenworth. And now we're at 2-1. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right field. And that's going to be a diving catch. That was Dom Canzone who made the catch. Can't really see it from that angle. It's an excellent catch by Dom Canzone. And that is going to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It is still no score. They're showing the replay, and Dom Canzone definitely saved an RBI base hit. It's a good start. And now we're going to go into commercial break. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RooftopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. MLB The Show. Yeah, I'm not going to get that game. Sorry. They're showing great moments. August 16th, 1987. Wait, what? I don't get it. That's the weirdest play I've ever seen in baseball. Guy stole second, then he goes back to first, and then he steals second again. A guy threw a pizza at him? And now we are back from the break. We got Luke Raley up to the plate. And it's Jagger Haynes is the pitcher. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a line drive, and that is going to be a base hit. Just 2 pitches in, the Mariners get themselves a base hit. And that is, Luke Raley's on first base, and now it's going to be up to the dumper Cal Raleigh to see what he can do. Dave Softy Mahler is asking, where will the Mariners 2026 season end? Missed playoffs. Lost the wild card ALDS, ALCS. Lose World Series. I'm going to say missed playoffs, unfortunately. But now we got Cal Raleigh up to the plate. He is coming off of that historic 60 home run season. Was the near MVP, runner-up to Aaron Judge. And now here is going to be the pitch to Cal Raleigh. And that's going to be popped up on the first pitch, and that is not going to necessarily be a home run. And Fernando Tatis Jr. makes the catch, and that is going to be one away. And it looks, and Rick Riz is openly admitting that some of the success of Cal Raleigh, of the Mariners, is going to be dependent on Cal Raleigh's season. Now here is Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Julio Rodriguez, he was unfortunately the last batter in the American League Championship Series where he struck out against the Toronto Blue Jays. Julio Rodriguez is on an 0-1 count. And now here is the pitch. Actually, it's going to be a throwback to first. Now the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch, and it's going to be a swing and a miss, and that is going to be a 1-2. Now we're at 1-2 for Julio Rodriguez. And now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a low for a ball. It's going to be 2-2. Two and two pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 2-2 for Julio Rodriguez. See if he can get a big hit. And now here is the pitch. And now here's going to be a foul ball. Julio Rodriguez is one of the best players in baseball. And I will say it, he can be the best player in baseball when he wants to be. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a swing, and that's going to be a ground ball, and that is going to be a base hit. And now you got runners on first and second with nobody out, or just one out. Excuse me. Julio Rodriguez gets in there with a single. That's really nice to see. Doesn't necessarily have to go for the home run. Doesn't have to live and die by it. It was a nice swing by Julio. And now we got Josh Naylor up to the plate. We got one out right now. Josh Naylor is coming off of a good season. He helped the Mariners get to one game within the World Series, and he signed that contract extension that was absolutely needed. And now here is the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. That's going to be strike one. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. It's going to be 0-2. Luke Raley is already behind on the count. Now we're at 0-2. Let's see if not Luke Raley. Let's see if Josh Naylor can get a big hit. On deck is going to be Randy Arozarena. Runners just get their leads. And now here's the 0-2 pitch. Low for a ball, and that's going to be 1-2. And remember, don't read too much into the spring training, although it still depends on how you do. It depends how each player does, is what you want to look at. As now we're at 1-2. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball foul. Lots of foul balls by the Mariners. They are really working the count. Now we got to see how many pitches that these guys have. Doesn't even say what the pitch count is. Wow, they don't even count pitch counts on this. This is kind of a little bit whack. And now here's the 1-2. And now here's going to be a ground ball. Could be a double play ball. Go to second. And the throw to first. And that's going to be in time for the double play. And that is going to retire the side. The Mariners leave two runners stranded. And we go to the top of the second inning. It is still no score. Playing the hat trick game. It's going to be number 2. Yeah, I was right. And now we are back from the break. And it's low for a ball. Nick Castellanos is now the batter. Now the pitch. And that is outside for a ball 2. Nick Castellanos has actually been a little bit more famous for memes these days because Tom Brenneman unfortunately had a very hot mic for saying something he really shouldn't have said. The pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. 3-0 for Nick Castellanos. They added Nick Castellanos as a way to get some more firepower on their bat. He last played for the Philadelphia Phillies. And now we're at 3-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be right in the middle for a strike. Mariners reserve membership for 20 games for full season plans, priority postseason access. Yeah, I'll pass. I don't plan to go to 20 Mariners games a year. I plan to do 100 Mariners live streams. As now we're at 3-2 for Nick Castellanos. Before that, he played for Cincinnati, mostly started his career in Detroit. Now the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4, take your base. And now we got a runner on first base. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And now we're at 0-1. And now here's the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. We're at 1-1. And now here's the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. That's going to be 2-1. Now we got 2-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a little bit high. And that's going to be 3-1. Interesting thing is, Austin Nola is actually on the Mariners coaching staff on the bullpen. Now we're at 3-1. The pitch, swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. It's going to be a full count. Austin Nola was famously part of the Ty France trade, where the Mariners traded Austin Nola and Danny Altavilla, and that turned into Taylor Trammell, Andres Munoz, and Ty France. And obviously the Mariners got a really good deal on that trade, as we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. Could be a double play ball. No double play. Throw to first. And it's going to be in time. But now the runner goes to second base. That was Nick Castellanos. And now we've got next batter up. It's going to be Ty France, the former Mariner. And Ty France was for a time a really good first baseman for the Mariners. He's getting some kind of a clapping by the Seattle Mariners fans, as deservedly so. And here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. Ty France was, at one point, he was an all-star for the 2022 Seattle Mariners. Ty France played very well as a first baseman, but then in the seasons of 23 and early 24, it just did not work out for him. Because now we're at 0-1 for Ty France. The pitch, it's going to be outside for a ball. Ty France, when he last played for the Seattle Mariners, he hit 8 home runs, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. On base percentage was barely above 300. And in 25, he was splitting time with the Minnesota Twins. He played mostly, and then he finished the season in Toronto. There was a chance he could have won a World Series before the Mariners did. Now we're at 1-2, the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that should be playable. Naylor should be there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs. So Dane Dunning he's gotten off to some struggling starts, and it's on MLB TV. You can watch it for free on MLB TV. It looks like we got a pitching change going on. Usually when a pitcher gets to 35 pitches, I think that's when they call it. And Dan Wilson is out there. He's going to give the ball away. And Dane Dunning is done for the day. He pitched almost 2 innings, gave up no runs, but he left 3 men, at least 3 or 4 men on base. Let's say 3 men on base. Yep, feels good to be back for some Mariners baseball. World Baseball Classic is on its way. Colombia, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Puerto Rico, USA, Japan. March 4th to the 17th is World Baseball Classic. So be ready for it. Ugh. Waiting for the Mariners game to come back on. Texas Rangers of 94, April 26, 1994. And we are back from the break. Got to post something on Instagram. James Kingsbury is the new pitcher. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And that should be the shallow left field. And now here's a Rosarena. He makes the catch. Nearly kind of lost his positioning. That's going to retire the side. We go to bottom of the second inning. Is still no score. Commercial is ongoing now. And we are back from the break. It's going to be Randy Arozarena who's going to be up to the plate. Randy Arozarena hit 27 home runs. He was also another pivotal part of the Mariners' playoff run. He's now 30 years old, 31 going to be. He batted 238, struck out almost 200 times, which is why I was puzzled of putting him in the leadoff spot. And I hope they don't do that at the start of the season, because now with Brandon Donovan, there's no reason to. And it's going to be caught by the shortstop. I was a little bit thrown off because of the camera angles. And now I believe J.P. Crawford is going to be next up to the plate, and he is. Rosarena was actually the strikeout leader on the team, 191, just ahead of Cal Raleigh's 188. And I think they may have used that against him on why he didn't win the MVP. Now here's J.P. Crawford. He takes it low for a ball. He hit 265 last season, had one of the better seasons, but he was still not exactly reliable. And that's going to be a foul ball. He hit 12 home runs, 58 RBIs, had a 352 on base percentage. So he did decent, but he wasn't so good in the playoffs either. Like in the playoffs, JP was a 200 hitter. Now the pitch. It's going to be in there. Nope, not going to be in there. It's going to be 2-1. He's working the count. It's going to be but in 2024, he had an awful season. 9 home runs, 202 to 304 on base percentage, and injuries. That's going to be lined and fouled. J.P. Crawford does have a big season ahead of him. He's on the last year of his contract, and it's pretty unclear what the Mariners are going to do with him after this season. He's due $12 million. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. And now we've got 1 out. Go Dodgers. Yeah. Here's Dom Canzone up to the plate. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Dom Canzone had a really good season last season. Dom Canzone was actually one of the only few players that actually hit above 300. And now here is the pitch. And now he swings, and that's going to be popped up to left field. And he drops the ball. And now the throw to first. No throw to first. So I think that should be considered an error for that. They actually credit him with the base hit. Must have lost it in the sun. Last season, Dom Canzone batted 300, 11 home runs, 32 RBIs with a 358 on base percentage. He was actually one of the good contributors for the team, but unfortunately in the playoffs batted only 107. Only 1 RBI on 3 hits. And now we've got Michael Arroyo on the team, and I actually do have a moment with Michael Arroyo, if I even have the clip. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. I don't know if I really have the moment with me, but I do remember it very well. It was back in the 2024 season. I actually slipped and fall on Michael Arroyo's first ever home run as an Everett Aqua Sox. And now it's actually going to be a strike. They challenged the call, and they got it. I believe it was in June when I went to the game. Went to the Aqua Sox game. And it's going to be a foul back. That's going to be 0-2 for Michael Arroyo. Michael Arroyo from last season. How did he do? Now it's 0-2. No, it's going to be throwback to first. In Everett, he was mostly in Everett, hit 15 home runs, batted 269 on a 422 on base percentage. Still has some strikeout issues he needs to work on. Now in Arkansas, he batted 255 with a 376 OBP. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right center field. And that is still going. That is gone. That's a home run for Michael Arroyo, a 2-run home run. And the Mariners get on the board and they take the lead 2-0 over the San Diego Padres. Nice hit by Michael Arroyo. I was actually going to show the clip on when he hit the home run to the right side when I slipped like a fool. But the Mariners take a 2-0 lead. And it was a really nice hit by Michael Arroyo. And that is a way to get on the board. Nice hit by Arroyo. Muy bien. And now we got Colt Emerson, the other guy that you must watch. And now here is the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to deep right field. That is still going. And it is. He makes the catch. That was Fernando Tatis making the catch. And that's going to retire the side. But it was a nice hit by Colt Emerson. I really like the confidence and the aggressiveness. And we're going to go into the next inning. Mariners 2, Padres nothing. Now I got 10 people on the show concurrently. No, I'm not going to play that game again. It's going to be number 2, okay? I've already played it. 2. Oh, it's 3. They actually changed it up. I give them credit for that. Oh, yeah, here's the Michael Arroyo video I got to show you.
Changes unannounced by the Spokane Indians. 1-0 pitch, swinging a high fly ball right field, deep down the line, into the corner. It is gone.
I was the idiot that slipped and fell. Word of it. And we are back from the break, and now here's the pitch. And this is Criswell. He is now taking his first time up, as it's going to be a bullpen day. I mean, it's freaking spring training. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. Now here's going to be a fly ball popped up. Now here is the next batter. I think it's Jackson Merrill. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be 2 strikes still. Now here is the 1-2 pitch. And strike 3 called, and down he goes. And that is going to be 2 outs. Next batter is going to be Manny Machado, the man who still owes the Dodgers $20 million or so, because you said if the Dodgers win a World Series, you would give him a year's salary. You still owe him the money, punk. Now here's the pitch to Machado, and that's going to be outside for a ball. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 1-1, the pitch. Fouled back, and that is going to be strike 2. Now the 1-2, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is going to retire the side. A good outing by Criswell, and that is an easy 1-2-3 inning. It is 2-0 Mariners still. It is Cooper Criswell who is on the Mariners. Last season, in 7 games, a 3.57 ERA. But it was in 2024. It was a 4.08. I want to see what his baseball savant is. I'm very curious what Cooper Criswell's his numbers are. His fastball velo is around 89, so he doesn't really have much of a fastball. He's more of a changeup, cutter, sinker, sweeper guy. So he doesn't really have much of velocity. So he's probably at best, I think he would be around one of the more of a depth guy. Probably somewhere where Taylor Saucedo was. He doesn't exactly have the biggest arm. I guess the Mariners will still take a chance. I have a good friend of mine. She's at Peoria right now, has pretty good seats too. And looks like we are back from the break. I think Luke Raley is up to the plate. I really like the last inning. Michael Arroyo hits that home run after that Dom Can zone accident single. And then Colt Emerson nearly hit a home run. Now here is Luke Raley up to the plate. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Now here's Luke Raley. Now here is the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to not so deep right field. Oh, and that drops in for a base hit. And Luke Raley will get on base with a leadoff base hit. And he is 2 for 2. Luke Raley's having a pretty good game. Yeah, I mean, the Mariners, oh, he is done for the day. He is gone. There goes Luke Raley. He had a good game, though. Now, Johnny Farmelo, yes! Johnny Farmelo is on. That's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-1 for Cal Raleigh. Now the pitch. Oh my gosh, terrible swing by Cal Raleigh. That's going to be 0-2. Cal was 9 for 9 on ABS challenges to start spring training last year. Now he is 0 for 1 in the start of spring. I wonder when they're doing the ABS challenge system MLB, as we're at 0-2. It's coming in for the 26th season. No balls and 2 strikes. Low for a ball. Good eye by Cal Raleigh. Julio Rodriguez will be on deck. Now we're at 1-2. Throw back to first. I believe this will probably be Cal Raleigh's final at bat. Now the pitch. Oh, that just misses it. Oh, they called a strike. The ABS. No, he just struck out. Man, that ABS thing, man. I don't like the ABS. I just don't. Now it's Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. Now here's the pitch. And he gets in there for a strike. And it's going to be a foul ball. They're talking about Cal Raleigh. I don't know. I think he'll hang around in the 30s. I don't think he'll be a 40 home run hitter. I think maybe around the 30s will be a more fair prediction, as he is consistently a 30 home run hitter now, as we're at 0-2 for Julio Rodriguez. And now the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout, and Julio will go down on strikes. And next up, we got Josh Naylor up to the plate. Johnny Farmelo goes to second base, though, on a stolen base. Would be very curious how Johnny Farmelo does for the Mariners. Let's see Johnny Farmelo. In 2024, he spent much of his time in Modesto. He suffered an ACL injury, though. Had a good start. That's going to be a foul ball. He batted .230 in Everett, hitting 6 home runs. He didn't exactly have a good season. He spent most of his time in Peoria, but he was rehabbing. Hit 6 home runs in 29 games, though. So it's not too bad. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a throwback to second. And that gets not really gets away, just bounces off. I mean, just 29 games. I mean, you can't really ask for too much, but he did bat only .230. So Farmelo is going to be a long way to go, in my opinion. I mean, I do want to see him succeed for sure. Swung on and missed. That's going to be 1-2. Now we're at 1-2 still. Now the 1-2 pitch. Now we're at 2-2 for Josh Naylor. Now the pitch. It's going to be fouled again. We're at 2-2 for Josh Naylor still. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to not so deep. And it's going to drop in. I wonder if that's an error, and that's going to score in Johnny Farmelo. And the Mariners now take the lead 3-0. And now let's double check and see if that was an error committed by the Padres. It could have just dropped in for a base hit. Double checking that right now as we speak. Naylor was credited for a base hit, RBI base hit, and he is being taken off for the game. It's going to be Connor Joe is going to be taking over. Connor Joe's at 33 years old. He's an old guy. Yeah, Connor Joe is out. Now we got Connor Joe is now in for Josh Naylor. Was hoping for like Rob Refsnyder to take over. Now we got Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2 for Randy Arozarena. And now the pitch. That's going to be inside for a ball, 1-2. Now we're at 1-2. And throw back to first. Gets back safely. Now the 1-2. It's going to be a foul ball. We're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And he gets way under it. That's going to be popped up, and that should end the inning. It was a tough play, and he makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. We go to the very next inning. Josh Naylor was able to get in an RBI. RBI base hit. Oh, August 24th, 2006. Sean Casey thought it was a foul ball. And he got thrown out at first base. Sean Casey was like, F! Someone needs help putting on a jersey? And we are back from the break. Cooper Criswell is still in the game. Cooper Criswell is at how many pitches? Can't really say. He's gotten 2 strikeouts. Now here is going to be right to J.P. Crawford. Throw to first in time. Connor Joe is on first base. Oh, the great Tom Hutler is on that radio. Very iconic voice. He'll always be iconic and legendary. The day he retires will be a very sad day. That's going to be outside for a ball. Now here's the 1-0. And that is going to be a strike. And now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. And now the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. Kind of bounced off the ground. And it went right past Michael Arroyo. August 8th will be the 50 greatest players. It's going to be foul ball for Nick Castellanos, who's up on the plate. Once it gets to the close to the end of the game, you're going to see more minor league players playing. And that's what spring training is. They're not there to play the whole game. They're just playing partially so they can get some reps and just get warm. And throw back to first. Not in time. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right center field. And he makes the catch. I think that was Johnny Farmelo who makes the catch. Now we got 2 outs. Despite the base hit, Cooper Criswell has been pitching pretty well. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. And that's going to be a 1-2 count. Padres are challenging the call now. Yep, that's a strike, all right. Bye-bye, challenge boy. Now we're at 1-2. It's going to take away the framing strategy, I can tell you that. Now the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be high for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. Really not a fan of these changes that Manfred is signing off, personally. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. I think that is 3 strikeouts for Cooper Criswell, and he has pitched very well. 3 strikeouts and only 1 hit. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
Commercial break is still ongoing. What inning is it right now? It's going to be the bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to be J.P. Crawford, Dom Canzone, and Michael Arroyo. And we are back from the break. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Going to be 1-0. Now the pitch. Going to be a foul ball. Going to be 1-1. Now we're at 1-1, the pitch. And that's going to be 2-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 3-1. Looking forward to the bottom of the lineup, more likely. As we're at 3-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball. Should be easy play to toss over the first. And that's going to be in time to get J.P. Crawford out. And he is 0 for 2. Now it's going to be Dom Canzone up to the plate. Now here's Dom Canzone. And now here's the pitch. And that is in there for a strike. I wonder if he'll challenge this call. Nope, he's just moving on from it. We're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that just misses. That's going to be a ball. I wonder if the catcher is going to challenge that one. He is not challenging that. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a blazing kind of fastball. That's going to be low for 2-1. Don't really know how fast that was, though. It was a 96-mile-an-hour sinker. Now we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that should be a play to first. And he gets him out, and that's going to be in time. And next we've got Michael Arroyo up to the plate. Michael Arroyo, his last time up, hit a home run. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right center field. Is that going to be enough? That's going to drop in for a base hit. And Arroyo is going to be going to second base. He should be. And he gets in with a double. Nice game for Michael Arroyo. He's definitely gearing up for Colombia for the World Baseball Classic. Now here's going to be a diving stop and the throw to first. That's going to be in time. And that's going to retire the side. Colt Emerson, he's being very aggressive. Maybe he should lay off a couple pitches there and there. And now we're going to go to the top of the 5th inning.
we're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May. And here's Michael Rucker. He is taking over. Now here's going to be a fly ball to... That's going to drop in for a base hit. Michael Rucker was mostly with the Chicago Cubs. He's been mostly a minor leaguer. Hasn't really done much, but the Mariners are trying to give him a shot. In the minor leagues, when he played it for in 24, he didn't even play last year in 25, though. Next batter up. It's going to be a swing and a miss. This is Nick Schnell. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be 1-1. Now we're at 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. That's going to be 2-2. And low for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. Now we're at 3-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a play at second. No! But it's going to be a force out on second. By the way, Leo Rivas is now taking over for shortstop for J.P. Crawford. Wonder if we're going to see some Cole Young today. Looks like Rucker is being checked on right now. Rucker says he's okay. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Johnny Farmello makes the catch. Now we're at 0-1. And Fritz, I know. I'm ready for it too. That's going to be throwback to first. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike two. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a line shot. That's going to get right through Leo Rivas for a base hit. We do have 2 outs, though, but there are runners on first and second. They are threatening. Here is Jose Miranda, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike one. Now we're at 0-1. That's going to be popped up. It's going to be playable. It's going to be Colt Emerson is there. He makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. We will go into the bottom of the 5th inning. Mariners still lead at 3-0. Now sizzling at Apollo Mediterranean Greek Food, come enjoy our flat-top grilled Greek chicken and beef, Slovaki tender, juicy and bursting with Mediterranean flavor, served with savory yellow rice, fresh daily cut veggies for our crisp salads, homemade hummus, plus warm pita, and our signature tzatziki, perfect for a fresh filling meal made with care. Cold beer available. Order now at apollogreekfood.com. Come visit us for a delicious meal and a cold beer. We'd love to serve you. Throwing a glove to first base. I love it. This is why you love baseball. El Duque, he had a baseball stuck in his glove. So instead, he decided to just throw the entire glove that had the ball stuck in it to Tino Martinez to make the play. Now we got Mason Miller as we are back from the break. He is coming on to play. He was a 2.63 ERA guy. He started his season with the A's. Then he went to the Padres by trade. Now it's Johnny Farmelo up to the plate. And I'm looking forward to this. I want to see how Johnny Farmelo can do in spring ball as we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. Not a good swing, and that's going to be 1-1. Let's see if Montez gets a chance too off the bench. We're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike two. That was on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball by Mason Miller, so it shows that he still has it. I mean, of course he does. Now the pitch. Inside, he tried the frame job. Now the pitch. High and outside for a ball. And he strikes out. Oh, here we go. Hey, just found you, Mariners fan stuck in New England. You react to every game all year? I'm going to try. My goal is 100 games this year. Definitely going to be there for opening day, I can tell you that. And now here's Cal Raleigh up to the plate. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. The pitch. Going to be high for a ball. Now the pitch. Going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And it's going to be popped up and foul. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. And it's going to be a foul ball. And Cal Raleigh's still playing. I wonder if they're going to put in Mitch Garver by now. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, and don't forget, it's free. This whole thing is free unless you give me something in the tip jar. 2-2. Now the pitch. And it's going to be, he got under it. It's going to be popped up. It's not going to go anywhere. And he makes the catch. It's going to be 2 outs. I believe Julio Rodriguez is, no, it's going to be Laz Montez. Laz Montez is on. Let's go. All right, let's go, Las Montez. Let's do this. Yeah, Mason Miller really is lethal. The pitch, and he takes the first swing. That's going to be a foul ball. I'm at 97 subscribers away. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That is going to be 1-1 for Montez. As we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. Good eye by Las Montez. I really want to see how Lazaro Montez did in minor leagues last year. And all of 2025, he started with Everett. Now we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. And that was right in there for a strike. He had 32 home runs, 89 RBIs on a 354 on base percentage. Batted 241, though. Montez in Arkansas batted 213, so I still think he is a ways to go. The pitch. And that gets away, and that's going to be ball 3. I think Montez, best case scenario, he'd probably be starting at around June. But if the platoon players of the Mariners on right field and DH, if they're playing well enough, which I hope they do, I don't know if they will, then they'll give him a shot. No, if they do well, he's probably going to stay for at least another year. So maybe next year could be the year he gets called up. As we're at 3-2 for Montez, the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. He's supposed to be another player similar to Yordan Alvarez of the Houston Astros. Now with 3-2. And now here's going to be a liner to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Nice hit by Las Montez as he gets on base with a 2-out single. That was off of Mason Miller, too. Connor Joe is now up to the plate, who has taken over for Josh Naylor. I think there's Cole Young maybe takes over for Michael Arroyo. I don't know. Now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. Connor Joe was mostly with the Cincinnati Reds last season. He's mostly probably not going to make the team. I just don't see it. The pitch. But they did give him a chance. They did give him a spring training invite. He started his career in 2019. He opted out of 2020 due to COVID, probably. Then in Colorado, he had a pretty decent 21 season. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's just chasing it. And now the pitch. And strike 3 called. And that will retire the side. And I am hungry. I'm going to have some snack. I got to play a commercial. I am so hungry. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing for us.
I'm back now. I'm having some nuts. Troy Taylor is back on the mound. It's good to see him back. Miles Mastroboni at second. Colt Emerson's out. It's going to be for Will Wilson. He's going to play third base. Now, Troy Taylor has a chance to be part of the team. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to center field, and he makes the catch. I think that is Farmello making the catch. And now we're getting close to, now we're at, not saying close to the end, but I guess we're getting there. Now the pitch. Now there's going to be a ground ball, diving stop, the throw to first. In time, nice play by the second baseman. That was Miles Mastroboni, who will be playing for Italy in the World Baseball Classic. Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep left center field, still going, and that is gone. That is a home run for the San Diego Padres. They just get themselves on the board. It is now the Mariners 3 and the Padres 1. And that's going to be inside for a ball. That's going to be 1-0. Now the pitch. And swing and a miss. Now the pitch. That's going to be up high for a ball. Two balls and no strikes. With two balls and one strike with two outs. It's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. That's going to be a ball. And it's ball four, take your base. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. And a foul ball. It looks like we got, yeah, it was a nice catch by the fan, it looks like. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And he makes the catch. And it's going to be retiring the side. Man, that whole George Springer thing. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. And they did remind me. Very nice. It's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the pitch. Gonna be outside for a ball. Wonder who's the guy at the bat right now. It's Thomas. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. Ryland Thomas, I believe. And now it's going to be a base hit to left field. Now here's Rivas. It's going to be a foul ball. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. Throw back to first. It's going to be not in time. And now the pitch. Outside for a ball. Now the 1-2. And that's going to be a fly ball. And he makes the catch. And a throw back to first and nearly double play. The collision that happened. Now the pitch. Inside for a ball. Now we're at 2-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball again. Now we're at 2-2, the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to not so deep right center field. And he makes the catch, and that is going to be 2 outs. There's Miles Masterboni. Throw back to first. Now here's going to be a liner to left field and going to be caught. And that's going to retire the side. Whew. I think we're at the top of the 7th inning now. And we are back from the break. Someone has taken over for the Mariners in the bullpen. It's going to be Hoppe. It's going to be Hoppy. Alex Hoppy against the former Mariners, Samad Taylor. And that's going to be in there for a strike. He's a 96, 97 guy. He's 27 years old. He has yet to make a major league debut, so he does have an opportunity. He gets under it, popped up. And Masterboni makes the catch. Doesn't really say what his numbers are, though. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now the pitch. It's going to be foul ball. Another 1-2. Low for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now it's 2-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And ball 4, take your base. Challenge that. Are we out of challenges? I guess we're out of challenges. That's just great. Pareda is the catcher. Going up against Bowen. And that gets away. Now we've got runner going to second base. Uh-oh. And foul ball. Now we're at 1-2. Still have 9 people on. Whoever you 9 lovely people are, comment. Want to see some engagement. And the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And the pitch. And it's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to second base. Throw to first in time, and that's going to be 2 outs. Oh, yeah, that's a point. I haven't seen Gem before. Nice to see you. Hoping to see Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh's actually out for the game. They pulled him out because typically baseball players don't play a full game in spring training. As we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to left field. Forget about that one. A home run given up by Hoppe. And that was, I believe that was Miranda hitting the home run. And that was Miranda with the home run. That was a 2-run home run. And this ball game is tied. Hey, Steer Shady. So you're a Padres fan. I like that. About that, I think I have. Oh, I hate to do this. You're not gonna like it. That's all I'm gonna say. It might bring you back horror memories, is all I can say. You're about to see why. And I feel bad for doing it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see if I can find it. I don't think I can find it. Consider yourself lucky. And that is low for a ball. I really am looking for it. It's just tough to find it. I'll just download it on my YouTube because I do have it, but you got to see it. I'll go find it. I'm going to find it. And check swing and fouled. Gonna find this monster video. And it's gonna be outside. All right, I think I found it. Ah, here it is. Tino Martinez. I know you don't want to hear it, and I don't blame you. And ball 4, take your base. In fact, I'm just gonna show it on. Oh, you'll see it. You'll see it in commercial break. I hope you're not offended by it. It is what it is. It's spring training. It looks like we're on commercial break. Now this is the time to show you. Here's the video. You're not going to like it, Padres, man. I hope you can soak it in. Yeah, I'm so sorry that happened. But you can also blame the Mariners for trading Tino Martinez. But thank you for your support throughout this channel. Tim Raines popped it up. Toss the glove at him? What the heck? Tim Raines was not happy about it, it looked like. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball. No double play is needed. And that's going to retire the side. Force out on second base. And we are going to be singing immediately, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because I guess you just don't want to start spring training that way. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, now I got to sing the Louie Louie 7th inning stretch. All right, I'm getting there. Hello, hello. Oh, no, said we got to go. Yeah. Louie, Louie. Oh, today said we got to go. A fine little girl, she waiting for me to catch up across the sea. Oh, shit, all the love, I'll make it home. Louie, Louie. Na, na. And we are back from the break. Now, the big question is, when will I be back? I think next week I'll be back for the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Mariners game, the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's going to be foul ball. And ball 4, take your base. Oh, it was 2-2. Wow. I guess it's ball four, take your base. Now here's going to be a liner and over the head, and that's going to be a base hit. But could there be a play at second? Nope. And now we got runners on first and second. That's going to be outside for a ball. And swing and a miss. Just off the plate, that's going to be 2-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss again. And he goes down on strikes. Oh, where are we at? At least Seahawks won Super Bowl 60. Yes, they did. What are your thoughts on Yamamoto's projected pitching performance? What is his projections? Yamamoto pitching projections. Supposed to be a top tier. And it's Montez up to the plate. Supposed to be around a 2.56 ERA guy. I mean, with the Dodgers giving him so much run support, I don't see why not. As we're at 1-0 for Montez. Now the pitch. And it's going to be low for a ball. Yamanono going to throw a no-hitter this season. You think so, huh? Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be... Oh, he bobbles the ball, throw to first. That's still going to be in time, but it does advance the runners. Would have been nice to see a nice, huge hit by Montez. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. And it gets it not in there for a strike. Now the 2-0 pitch. And that is a strike. Oh, and it's a base hit by Connor Joe, and that's going to score in a run. 2 runs, and that's going to be 5-3 Mariners. Farmelo scores as well. And they did put the ball in play. That was Connor Joe with a base hit. Let's go, G.I. Joe. Connor Joe, G.I. Joe. Oh, yeah, gotta go to the bathroom. Really gotta go badly. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code ROOFTOPSPORTS to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. And we are back from the break. It's going to be 7th inning still. And now here's Thomas. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Japan has every chance to do it. Dominican Republic, they are always also considered a favorite. USA has a chance. I think it could be anyone's game, to be honest. But I think those are the top 3 favorites. Now here's going to be a fly ball to center field. Nothing really going. He makes the catch. They do take the lead to make it 5-3. Bichette hit that home run off Shohei Ohtani. Blas Castano is now on the mound. 2025 made only one appearance. He gave up the runs. Yep. Rick Riz already soaking in his last year in the booth. I love the vibe he has right now. Hope he tells us all the stories possible in 2026. Yep, I agree. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. We're at 1-2. Rick Riz is extremely underrated. That's why I'm really going to double down on my play-by-play. I'm going to try to see if not saying I'm going to take be the next Mariners play-by-play, but at least an alternative play-by-play. Now the 1-2, and that should have been a strike, but the umpire thought otherwise. I think we're out of challenges anyway. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss and hit the dirt. Go to first. It's going to be in time. Duran up to the plate, and that's going to be low for a ball. Now the pitch. Inside, and that nearly hit him. 2 balls and no strikes. Now here's going to be a ground ball. To go to second, go to first. That's going to be in time. It's going to be 2 outs. That's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Low for a ball again. It's going to be 2-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 3-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And he makes the catch. That will retire the side. And we're going to go to, I believe, the bottom of the 8th inning. Mariners 5, Padres 3. Now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. Now this is Leo Rivas. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Leo Rivas he contributed real nicely for the Mariners. He hit that home run against the Cardinals to secure the sweep, and also played a huge part in tying the game in Game 5 of the American League Division Series against the Tigers. And that's going to be a strike, and that's going to be 2-1. Now it's 2-1. It's going to be up high for a ball again. Now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball belted to deep right field, and that is gone. That is a home run for Leo Rivas, and the Mariners have extended that lead to make it 6-3. It's almost like he's picking up from where he left off, and now it's the Mariners 6 and the Padres 3. What a nice blast by Leo Rivas. That was 367 feet. 367 feet. Looks like the Mariners are just going to live and die by the home run, just like last season. And now here's the next guy. It's going to be a strike. That is Labrada, who is up to the plate. Not sure if he'll make the team. He's 26 years old, born in 2000. He is yet to make a major league debut, and that's going to be a foul ball. I'm really curious what Victor Rabada is all about. I wonder if he's from Cuba. He's a pretty small guy. He's been in the minors for a really long time. Now the pitch. And I believe that did hit him. He's going to go to first base. He's been mostly in AAA. Finally made it to AAA, but it's been a tough career for him. He used to be known for his speed. Or actually, he is known for his speed. So we'll see what he can do on stolen bases. Brandon Schultz, I'm doing great. How about yourself? Now here is the pitch to Master Boney. And that's going to be a 2-0 count. And I want to see if Victor Labrada can steal second. I want to see that. Now the throw back to first. It is not in time. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right center field. Is that going to be enough? That's going to be off the wall. And I don't know if that's going to score in a run. And now the throw to the plate. It's going to be runners on second and third. Mariners are still threatening, and there is nobody out. Will Wilson's now up to the plate. See what damage he can do. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. First, it's Will Wilson. Wonder what Will Wilson's all about. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. I guess that's the Will Wilson I'm thinking of. And now it's going to be fly ball popped up, but he still has to run for it. It makes the catch, and no one's going to be running from that. He did sign as a free agent with the Seattle Mariners. How recent did he do it? January 26th, for anyone that cares. Last played with Cleveland. He is 27 years old. Now here's Johnny Farmello. That's going to be outside for a ball. And Johnny Farmello, actually, no, this guy, he was mostly been in the minor leagues throughout pretty much his entire career. Came out of college in North Carolina, but really hasn't broken in the major leagues. Got to AAA at most. It's very unclear where his career will be or where his season will be. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. By the way, it's Johnny Farmello up to the plate. Now we're at 3-0. Now the pitch. Up high for ball 4. Take your base. And now we've got the bases loaded. And it's going to be for Pareda. Maybe put in Mitch Garver, see what he does. But you also want to give Pareda some bats, too. That's why they're spreading everything out. Bases are full. Wonder what the Mariners can do with the bases loaded in this situation. Looks like there is a pitching change going on. We'll be back after this break. Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck. And we are back from the break. And it's going to be 0-1. And that's going to be ball 1. And a swing and a foul ball, especially with the bases loaded. Now we're at 2-2. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 outs. Next batter is going to be Las Montez. Let's go, Montez. Let's get that grand slam. Let's go. Last at bat, Las Montez did face Mason Miller, was able to get a single off of him. He worked a great count with him. And now he has a chance for a grand slam. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. Oh, that gets away, and that's going to score in a run. It should, and they do. And the Mariners now extend that lead to make it 7-3. Two 2-0 to Montez. Now the pitch, swing and a miss right down the middle. He was trying to go for that bomb. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. We will go to the top of the 9th inning. It's going to be the last try. Mariners 7, Padres 3. Oh, I just realized that it's going to be USA versus Slovakia in the semifinals. And it's going to be at... Oh, didn't they already play? I think they already played, right? And aren't they still playing? Let's check the schedule. Let's check the time. I gotta check this. Because it's the 20th. They should be playing right now. Let's find hockey. So USA Women's wins the gold. So USA dominated Slovakia. And now we're going to be playing against Canada. Let's go, USA! Get the win! They're going for the gold. Now it's last try. Oh, inside. That's to Samad Taylor. The gold medal game will be at 5:10 Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, they won. They destroyed Slovakia. Now it's going to be USA versus Canada. I wonder if I want to... Now I wonder if I want to do that, do a play-by-play, or do I just want to watch it and enjoy it? That's a tough choice. is now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Oh, that's a bit wild, and that's going to be 2-2. Now here's going to be a ground ball. And throw the first, not in time, not even close. But yeah, it's going to be USA versus Canada. Attendance in Peoria, 9,956, largest for a Mariners home opener in Peoria. It's a pretty good outing. Now the pitch. And now the throw to second base, and he is safe. So the Padres are still kind of in it. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. Wonder if they should have used Andres Munoz, but I guess they're just trying to save him. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a ground ball and throw to first in time. And that was a good play, but the runner goes to third base as there is one out. Now the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. Now the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Runner's going to score. Throw to first. That's going to be in time, and Samad Taylor is going to score to make it 7-4 Mariners. Saving Munoz for next season as in the one that starts next month. Sounds about right. Now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And that's inside for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Padres are down to that final strike. Mariners had a pretty good offense going. A lot of home runs today. It was 2 home runs. Now the pitch. Now here's a liner to right field, and that is going to be a base hit. That is going to be extra bases. The game is not quite over yet, and he should be going to second base with a double. Still not over yet. Padres are still technically, they are still in this. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And it is game time. Great offense by the Mariners today. We had Michael Arroyo hitting a home run. And Leo Rivas hitting that home run. Now the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball, 1-2. The game just will not end. Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the ball game is over. The Mariners will win their first spring training game. What a game it was. And it was backed by home runs by Michael Arroyo, Leo Rivas, Josh Naylor singled. And then we had Connor Joe singling to score 2 guys. And then we had Labrada scoring on a wild pitch. And I wonder who the winning pitcher is going to be. It's going to be Roughcorn. Not like he really did much. I mean, the highlight of the pitching was Cooper. It was Cooper Criswell. Got to give credit to that. But the game is over, and I'm going to have to say it. I got to take off. Obviously, I'll update when I will be back for some more Mariners baseball, but I have got to go. Everyone, thank you. And have a good night, afternoon.